What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? As you can see, we are one short. He posted that he will be here, but we'll see what's going on with him in a little bit. Excited for another episode of the Ham Radio Campfire. Mike evidently listening to YouTube in the background. Rookie mistake.
I'm just posting that I got Alaska 5 minutes ago.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. So, I was hanging out here in the green room, and I was actually working on some stuff, and I heard Mike pop into the green room, and I just left him there. I wasn't even on the screen. Well, then I come back and I put myself into the main screen, and I was like, well, I'm gonna bring Mike in, and I hit the button to bring Mike up to the main screen. And he's just screaming into the microphone, like I was like, whoa, like, is this tank radio? What's going on? And I mean, he's screaming his call sign left and right. And I got to watch him work his final state of all POTA 50 states. He worked Alaska, and let me tell you, the excitement that he had going on. I would have been. I've done anything to have been recording already because that would have been great to have up, man.
Oh man, and I thank you. I called him a bunch of times, and he was just CQ, and I'm like, Charlie United 3 Hotel Yankee, screaming at the top of my lungs because that helps. That's the extra dB that you need. And he kept CQ, and I'm like, oh, this guy's deaf. Ooh, Vox is on. And then all of a sudden he comes back.
So now I've got to apologize to my grandson because he always thinks that all the hunters are yelling at me through the microphone. So when he gives them the signal report, he yells back, and I'm like, they're not really yelling, but they are. They're yelling. I've seen it, guys. The hunters yell at us.
Oh, Ken says he heard it. I know when I finished the contact, somebody said, congratulations, and I'm like, oh, thank you. It was like that was pretty cool. And there's actually 2 right now in Alaska. So what is it? Yeah, there's 2 stations in Alaska right now. So go work them, guys, and then come back. That's all I have to say about that.
No, don't leave. Go work. Just stay on the stream and go work them, and then come back. But I'll tell you, and I want to do another shout out to all of my personal hunters. I'm calling you guys my personal hunters now because you guys make me feel like absolute royalty. We went out and we were doing a club activation today, and there were several members of the club there, but there were 3 of us actually doing the activation. So when we would do a park to park, we would give the club call, and then of course, because we're turning in personal logs for the contacts that we make, we would give each individual call for the park to park. Each one of us would go on there, and they'd get everybody's people. And every single time I would get on the mic, they'd be like, "Oh, thanks, James. Glad to hear you." Or, "Oh, yeah, I know that call sign." And all the guys in my club is looking at me like, "What is going on, man? Everybody knows you." I'm like, maybe it's because I'm crazy enough to do what I did last night, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But what do you got going on, Mike, besides your 50 states complete? I'm jealous.
Well, I already had the diploma because I had DC as a wild card, but now that hopefully, well, a couple of days, hopefully it'll be all green, all nice. We actually had here on the island, we had an activation, not a POTA activation, just a special event station up yesterday for our local museum is doing a showing of ham radios and in the Azores and Cold War. That's the name of it. They gave you a book on it and everything. And I belong to a DX group here on the island called the Azores DX group. The call sign is Charlie United 3 DX. And because we're one of the clubs in the island on the island, we had our big picture, our group picture on the wall, huge, and it was actually pretty cool. And we're featured on the book as well, the booklet, and that was pretty cool. The mayor came in, and one of those moments. Not really Well, it's ham radio related, but in the long run,
Dude, it's awesome. Anything that gets ham
yeah,
radio attention is great.
eyeballs on the hobby. Yeah, yeah,
Even
definitely
people
for sure.
stopping by,
Yeah, there was a pretty big there was a pretty big crowd. It
even
was
people stopping. We had a lady stop by as we was tearing down today, and we're all standing around the back of my vehicle, and I've got the Eagle One rolled up. Now, mind you, we're in the middle of a park. There's a road behind the vehicles. There's all kinds of park around us. There is a fishing pond in the park, but it's miles away. And this lady pulls up and she's like, "Is that a fishing pole you got on the back of your antenna, back of your car?" Now this is 33 feet high, and I'm like, "What is going on?"
well, at least she wasn't a Karen.
Oh,
Well, we brought the late guy, so he has to buy myself and Mike dinner now.
yeah, I was taking care of a neighbor. My elderly neighbor had a bit of a fall, so I had to go take care of that.
Well, it's nice to see you doing the neighborly thing.
Yep. So.
Yeah, well, you missed the excitement, dude. If you would have been in the green room early with the rest of us, you could have seen Mike work his 50th state, and
Oh shit!
it was actually awesome, dude.
Yeah. I was like, oh, let me turn on FT8. I'll do some FT8 POTA while I'm live streaming. And then all of a sudden I look at POTA.app and I'm like, is that Alaska? Because it shows up WAS warning that I need that state. And I was like, oh, that's Alaska. Let me turn it on. And I'm already in the green room. And I'm calling the guy, and it was yeah. He came back to me. It was pretty loud. I think I put the microphone in my headphones so James could hear him. He was coming in loud and clear.
Wow, you must have gotten like gray line propagation then.
I don't know what it is, but it was it's
on
done.
It was on 20 meters.
Yep. 14275. I think he's still there. Let me see. Somebody was saying thank you, 73.
Whiskey Julia, 8 Yankee. Whiskey Julia, 8
I might be able to hear him. I don't know if it's come out.
No, I can't hear him anymore. I can just hear people calling him.
I mean, you got
Yep.
to skip at the right time.
It was the perfect time. And there's another station on 14323. Another Alaska. There's 2 stations in Alaska right now.
Well, cheers to you.
Cheers to you. I'm on standby this for like till Friday 2 a.m. So
Oh, jeez.
yeah. Unless somebody it gets sick or something, I don't get called in. That's a week off right there.
I don't know if you guys saw, but my little special event QSL cards came in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever showed mine. Some people might have it.
One's on the way to you.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah.
You worked me that day.
There you go.
On the 27th, yeah.
Man, I can't believe I don't have one QSL card here. Hey. Really? Wow.
So what's been going on with you, Pat?
It's finally spring break, so I'm going to try to activate personal @now every day. So I will be pretty close to finishing all the DC parks. I think tomorrow I'm going to try Theodore Roosevelt Island unless it rains tonight. Oh, yeah. I've seen that on your QRZ page.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, ooh, excuse me. I'm going to try to activate Theodore
One of
Roosevelt
y'all's got
Island.
some crazy.
Huh?
One of y'all's got some crazy noise going on.
Mine's USB.
Let me look. Might be me. No.
It's gone.
My mic.
It's gone now.
No. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna do Theodore Roosevelt Island tomorrow. The next day, I'll try to either do like World War II or Washington Monument, and the day after, I'll do the other one. Like basically, I'm gonna do the rest of the National Mall this week, and then yeah, if things go as planned, I'm still on track to do the 12 states in 24 hours. So,
Nice. And what does the wife think about this?
well, I have to go pick up my kid from Connecticut anyways. Like, well, if I'm going to Connecticut, I may as well go to Maine.
Makes sense.
It's only a couple hours away, so like it
So
actually does.
Is she going with you?
No.
Oh, okay. So she probably doesn't care as much. Now, if she was going with you, I tell you, it takes some patience.
Big no go. Yeah,
because
she doesn't like long road trips. So
I just got a congratulation email.
woohoo!
really wanted a
For-
thing.
Yeah.
Barely read it.
Yeah. Congratulations. You were booming here in PA. I could barely hear him. Congratulations. Rich from Kilo Charlie 3 Mike Indy Oscar. Awesome.
You'll have to send the Alaska guy a QSL card.
Oh, definitely.
Is it
Sure.
KL7?
No. Kilo Lima 2 Whiskey X-Ray.
Is he like visiting up there or something?
I have no idea. I know he actually says he's from Anchorage, Alaska.
Huh.
So
yeah, KL2. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, KL2. But I did today. I got 3 QSOs with Kilo 1 X-Ray Hotel X-Ray, and I had 47 with them. So that should be another OP to OP.
Nice.
Award right there. Yep.
Yeah.
So listen, Pat. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, man. 24 hours of driving.
It's not 24 hours.
And activating.
Yeah, he's going to need
So
a
how
lot
many
of
hours do you
monster.
think you're going to pull this off in?
Max? 18.
Yeah, max.
18.
18 hours. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you, 18 hours of driving and activating is going to be rough. I'll tell you, because I mean, just yesterday, well, Friday evening, I went on a roof. Now, first, well, let me give you the backstory. I did get up at 6 o'clock Friday morning and go do my morning activation, and then I went to work. But I left the house. Well, I left Charleston around 6, a little after 6, I think it was when we left. I wasn't even driving. I had a driver. But our first activation started at 10:20ish, I think. That was near Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And I went up through Kentucky, up through Indiana, across through Ohio, through the tip of West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and then back down through West Virginia. And I did 19 activations, and I'll tell you, man, I was a tired puppy.
Yeah. No, so I know I'm gonna be tired.
You better be thinking about at least a nap or something somewhere in there if you're driving, is what I'm saying. Because the driving is what I didn't have to worry because I was in the car.
So Ed asked if I'm activating Arcadia, and the answer to that is no. I am activating Fort something. It's like right there on the New Hampshire border. But yeah, I mean, I have it mapped out where it's like 12 hours of driving, and I figure probably about 4 hours worth of activating. So Because once I get like to the mid states and like northern states, it'll be like the middle of the day. So I'll get those done like in 10 minutes.
Yeah, like I was doing it overnight. And even no, the activations were all fast though. All my activations were fast. I was doing like 12 and outs mostly.
Yeah. I can't. FT8's giving me a hard time. And if that's not fixed by Friday, we'll see. That's kind of my only limiting factor.
I did. I did mine on sideband. I did have one activation. It was in Ohio, and that was around 2:15 in the morning. And 40 and 80 was both absolute crap. I got 12 contacts between the two bands, and 2 people worked me on both bands. So there were 4 contacts right there from 2 people. It was rough.
Yeah.
Oh, and just in case anybody missed my latest release video, which I actually released that night, Ken and Candace in the chat was having a hard time staying awake for my activations. So I was like, hey, I'll release a video. That'll give you something to do. So I released a video. So if you missed my random video release, go check that one out.
So you were activating like what time in the morning again?
Oh, dude, my first activation of the 19 started at like 10:20 in the evening.
So were you activating like in the 2-3 o'clock in the morning time frame?
Oh yeah, all night. I never stopped.
So people were working you all night though, right?
Yes, I got sideband activations all night long. I don't think I did any FT8.
I'm doing FT8 right now. Another park, another Etno.
Yeah,
I did FT8, and I did FT8 in Chief Logan today after the club activation.
That definitely gives me hope then that if it is like
people
4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I might actually get to be activated.
People did, but let people know you're going to do it. Like I started telling people, and people were staying out. You know, so a lot of people went to bed, but I got contacts. I got at least 12 contacts at every single park I went to. Now, mind you, I didn't have. There were some spots where I had some spots I was activating every 30 minutes, and then I might drive an hour and a half or 2 hours because I mapped it out, but some of the parks in Indiana was closed. You couldn't get in them at all.
Yeah, you have to take that into consideration when you're planning, huh?
And I said it was a minimum of 15 that I wanted. So I was supposed to go over into Ohio and then drop straight down and go back into a different part of Kentucky and come back. But when that happened, I was like, nah, I'm going to shoot across Ohio and then go over into Pennsylvania. I'm making sure I get what I want, which I ended up with four extra.
For me, what I've mapped, like a good majority of them are actually trails and they run alongside the road. So like I just found a parking lot. It's like, okay, here you go. Just activate from the parking lot. Because when it's alongside the road, that's kind of what you have to do. So
Ken says he got 7 parks with me on that road.
Yeah. So like I'm considering now though the possibility of doing it in a UTC day. So like I'd leave. So like I would actually start activating like Friday evening. Mm-hmm. And that would give me like all day Saturday still. So I'd knock out like West Virginia, Maryland, and DC Friday night. Sleep for a couple of hours, and then just gun it.
That'd make it a lot easier on you, dude. A whole lot easier. I just did mine in a 24-hour period is what I was shooting for. Because I had the ideal that I was going to have a ride to do it because but I wasn't sure. And then they just said, "Yeah, let's go. I'm ready." So I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gone."
Yeah. Yeah, I think because like technically Support Your Park starts on the 16th at 8 o'clock for us.
At 8 o'clock, 8 Eastern.
Yep.
Yeah, 8 Eastern.
So
It does.
it would make
I will-
sense. Like I'm
I'll
thinking
be
of
out
going
there.
to I'm thinking of going up to Harper's Ferry and like activating that at 8 o'clock and going to DC and like knocking out a park there, going to Virginia, knocking out a park there. And I go to sleep like 4 o'clock in the morning. I start hitting the road up to Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York. Once I go through New York, man, it'll be smooth sailing.
Yeah, the rough hours were between 12 and 4ish. Then were the ones that were a little bit slower to get activated.
Yeah, because that's kind of the time I'm trying to avoid. Because I know that would give me an issue. And I just got an 80-meter ham stick, too. So
I heard those are problematic.
Well, you know what the mini is? I didn't get the mini, though. So I'm going to try it and see how it does.
Well, take a couple of... Oh, sorry, James.
Go ahead.
Take some wire with you. You might have to throw a couple of radios for that ground plane, even if you do put it in your car. And that's another park for me.
What I was going to say was normally 80 is gold all night long. You know, like it never shuts down at night. But I'll tell you, early Saturday morning, about 2:15, like I said, 80 was crap too. Like I got 12 contacts between 40 and 80. I thought I was going to have to go to FD8, but I got them. So
interesting.
But that's one day. You know, it's not an everyday thing.
Oh yeah. And then I don't know. Maybe I'll do like another special QSL card for this. That's what I was thinking. Putting like a picture of the Lion King or something. Get it, Lion King, because it'll be 12 states. Funny.
Hey, I'm jelly, dude. You're getting to go out and do POTA in new parks.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. This whole week I'm gonna do Atnos. Which
I gotta work me some Pat.
Like, to be fair, just because I haven't activated the parks yet, because I started in winter, and like activating some of these parks in winter would just been trash. So, yeah, the weather is a lot better. Like this week, it's supposed to be like 70s all week. So doing some morning activations is gonna be really nice.
Pat's a Florida weather hunter or activator.
We've been having really bad weather here on the island. We had Evelyn come through, so it's been windy. I locked my antenna this weekend, and it's just pointing stateside, and that's it. I always lock it stateside. That's a trick right there, because these storms can last like 3-4 days, and you can't move that antenna for your life. You could, but you'd break the rotor.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't mind activating in the cold. It's just that in the warm, you can activate a lot longer.
You just need a warm, like what is it, a portable heater or something?
Yeah.
And just run it.
Let
I
me
guess, but
a diesel generator.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do for next year is I'm getting me a insulated fishing hut, ice fishing hut,
like what
and get me a Mr. Buddy heater, and I'm going to activate in style, man.
Isn't that what Don Izzo has?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be? Could you try and find a teardrop trailer, like, and just make a shack out of it, and just haul it behind your car?
You can.
They have them small ones. Just saying, you should be able to find like a cheap one on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, and just turn it into a big old shack, ham shack.
Done looked. Done
Not
thought
easy.
about it.
Well, do it yourself. Build
Yeah.
your own. Do a YouTube series on it.
Listen, how much time? How much time do you think I actually have in life here?
Well,
Even though everybody thinks that I am a full-time POTA activator, I am not. I do have a job that I go to 5 days a week, people. 5 days a week. The chat.
we're gonna have to do a
The chat.
GoFundMe to get you a teardrop trailer.
The chat. The chat just got better.
Yeah, right.
Oh. We don't even have to do GoFundMe. They get here. I will drop the link right here. Buy me a slice of pizza, baby, right here. Let me see if I think I can drop it. Oh, I can drop it from my phone.
Does
Bam.
it accept PayPal?
Buy me a teardrop. There we go.
Buy me
I'm
a
sure it
teardrop.
does. But if it don't accept PayPal, let me know, and I'll throw the tip jar link in there too. It is a PayPal. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, yeah, I really have thought about getting me like a little 4x6, 4x8 trailer and turning it into a little short mobile camper ham shack type deal, and just go. You know. That'd be great. But I've jumped down the rabbit hole. I don't know, Mike. You don't know yet. Pat does know. I sold my guitar this week, and I ordered me a new 3D printer so I can make me more ham radio stuff.
He got
I-
the Ender 3S1 too.
I have the Ender 3 V2, and I put a auto leveler. The trick
Yeah.
to me for all 3D printers is get an auto leveler. That's
his
it.
already has it. Yeah, his.
Oh,
comes
there
with-
you go.
Mine already has it. So
Yeah, his has all the bells and whistles, man. It has like
Nice,
a metal geared extruder, direct drive.
nice.
Fucking,
So you went all in.
filament sensor. Well, no, it's the S1. It's the new model they're selling. The new model comes with everything.
Okay, I haven't been keeping up.
Yeah, Ender 3S1. That is an awesome printer. It's at a really good price too for everything it comes with.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, really good price. And
it says no PayPal.
I had to sell stuff to get it. Says no
Give me your-
PayPal. Oh my goodness.
Give me your PayPal. Drop me your PayPal.
James
Oh, my
hasn't
goodness.
been printing anything yet, Crystal. He just bought it.
No, it don't come in till Tuesday. But I've already been playing around on Tinkercad, and I've already been messing with everything. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Have you checked?
I'm ready for
Thingiverse
this.
has a couple of pretty neat things.
Yeah. Tinkercad's all right.
Yeah, but
You want to build your own?
I want to build my own. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Tinkercad's all right. I'm trying to learn Fusion 360 though, which is basically like the engineer level, like 3D modeling design.
Yeah, well, I'm not an engineer.
Yeah, no, I'm not either. But I'll tell you what, if you can
I'm-
learn how to use
I'm-
Fusion 360, you can make some really good
So-
shit.
So Mike, I've made like 4 in-fed half waves in the last month, I would say. Now, mind you, all 4 of them have worked great. They've worked great. They do the job, but I can't find until it's the best in-fed half wave that there is on the market. And I'm not even an antenna builder, but until it's the best, I'm going to keep building them. And so I got this printer to build me some stuff for that too.
Okay,
And
okay. There's are you doing counterpoise on them? Because they say that if you do a quarter wavelength counterpoise, there's a measurement if you find it. Did I show you what happened to my last one?
Oh yeah, the box. Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't fixed it. Hopefully, because I have this week off, I'll be able to fix it. But this is a flimsy. It just broke right off. Like I told you, wind here is a big thing.
Mine kind
It
of
just
did the same,
tore.
except I dropped mine from like 15 feet up. But
When I ordered my first, 240 43, I was doing I was doing the
coils.
turns on it, the coils, and it slipped and dropped on the floor and broke in two pieces. And I was like, God, and it's $15 each
Oof.
here. And I was like, God damn it, can't believe it. And I told a good friend of mine who passed away already. And he's like, oh, I got an extra one at home. I can lend it to you till yours comes in. And he lent me one brand new in the box. And that's how I built my first one. And I order these in bulk.
Disregard that link. That ain't it. For some reason, it came out wrong.
So I ordered these in bulk to make them. So I always have a couple of them laying around. And because you never know who's going to need one. But I do actually have something to show you. Hold on. I'm going to go get it and show you. Hold on. Well, keep going.
I need to start making some more antennas.
Wow, he dropped the mic.
I made one of the
silent
little
here.
juice boxes. Maybe one of these little juice boxes. So
Yeah, I remember you were making that the other night on the Patreon chat.
Yep. But I don't think I showed the public masses yet.
Ah, my internet is being crappy today.
I didn't show Mike it yet either.
What? Hey, how about, what do you think I can, hey, James, what do you think I can make with these?
Yeah.
Could make an RF choke.
Someone, I don't know what they are, but someone gave this to me, and you can almost fit your hand through them. And I think I can do like 10 kilowatts on this one.
All of those together, you could probably do more than that.
That's a big one. That's a big one, as you call them. I've been keeping these. These are huge. They weigh. Oh, they're so heavy. So I'm pretty sure they're like ferrite for sure, but I could be wrong. So I have to measure them and find out what they are. But that's the project right there. You can do weightlifting on these things. Don't drop them.
I'm trying to get this daggone link to work, but it ain't. My link ain't working to my regular PayPal for some reason.
It shows me PayPal me.
Yeah, it said that user's not found when you click on it.
Yeah, you can't find this profile. Could it be that you're missing a couple of letters because it says, I think you're missing Guy at the end. It's missing a Y. The last one you put in. Oh no! Oh, that's the one you sent.
And I can't find on here where to make a new link. I know what I'll do.
Just email. What email do you have on your? Yeah.
Maybe one of those
right
this week. One of these juice boxes. This
Yeah.
thing's pretty awesome, actually. Like the buck converter does fast charging on my phone.
Oh, awesome. Those are cool.
So,
I've been looking. There's a website in Australia called VK Amps. They do automatic manual bandpass filters from 160 through 6. And it's you buy the board and all the bandpass filters are there. You're in, you're out, and you can put you can either hook it up to your Yaesu or Helicraft, and it'll switch automatically between the bands, or you can have a switch to manually change the bands. And pretty much instead of you having to swap each band pass filter for the band you're working, you can just go click, 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 80 meters, click 20, click
I
10,
think I've
or
seen what you're talking about.
yeah, yeah.
But
And this is not expensive because I've seen them go for like $1,000. And this will handle up to 200 watts, I think. But it's just the board and the filters assembled on it, and then you have to build your own case, which you can 3D print it.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it needs to be metal, but it shouldn't. I think it would be better if it's metal, but you can build a box, just put it in, and then whenever you have a big old group activation, you just sit there. What are you working? I'm going to 20. Click, click 20, and at least help with that interference. And it's like $400, give or take. But I emailed the guys in Australia to see if they send it to me. So that might be the next toy.
Wow. Yeah. I need to do one of those for sure.
Yeah, because because we're having that earthquake crisis.
Yeah.
I was talking to the rest of my club, and I was telling them, listen, if we have to go somewhere, and an emergency situation, and if somebody's working 20 meters and somebody's working 40, we're gonna clash for sure. So definitely need to start investing on some band filters. And then I was checking the price, and they're like $150 each.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just get all the bands in one little thing, and they have some pretty good charts on it that it has a pretty good rejection. I think they're saying 23 dB rejection between bands. That's pretty good.
Is it the soda? It's not soda beams, is it?
No, I'm talking about VK amps.
Oh, VK amps.
Yeah, VK-amps.
I'm gonna look this up.
Because
All right,
the
I'm
Doom
back.
Stars.
I'm back. That link is just broken. I'm gonna have to redo that. I haven't been using the tip jar for a while, and the link's just broken. What's up, Red Summit? I see Charlie out in the chat.
That's not bad.
But anyway, shout
Are you
out to
checking it
Hayden
out?
for buying. Shout out to Hayden for buying 10 slices of pizza.
It's not the low pass filter; it's the band pass filter.
Oh, I saw the low pass. Yeah.
No, low pass is for if you want to build like an amp. You have to dig in and find it. It's the band pass filter, automatic 8-band band pass filter.
ICOM voltage 8.
No, that's the band decoder.
I found it. Never mind. 8-band automatic band pass filter. Huh.
Yep.
What is a band pass filter kit?
Yeah, it's actually just the board, and all you have to do is hook up the in and out to the radio, and then you can either hook it up straight to your Yaesu radio because it has the band decoder, or you can manually click switch it if you build a box for it, and it's like 400 and something bucks with shipping and handling, and it does 160 through 6 meters. And
Charlie
so,
wants to know what you're using the bandpass filter for.
The bandpass filter is if you have two stations that are operating next to each other, like say somebody's working 20 meters and somebody's working 40. Whenever one hits the push to talk button, it's going to interfere with the station right next to it. If you use bandpass filters, the 20 meter filter for who's working 20 and a 40 meter filter for who's working 40, it will like only let you transmit on that frequency, and everything else gets pushed aside. So basically, you don't get interference from somebody working really close to you. That's the perfect situation. Of course, it's not as perfect as this. Of course, there's antenna distance is always better, but sometimes you can't get them apart more than say 20-30 feet. So that's when bandpass filters come in and help with that. Like if somebody's talking on 20 meters, your 40-meter radio next to you is gonna just shoot up with S9 noise on it, and the bandpass filter takes that down. And you guys can attest.
Yeah, Red Summit RF asks if it's for SSB, CW, or both. It's
Anything.
For
It's for everything. Yeah.
It even works with like common mode current. If you have common mode current issues, it'll filter those out.
Even if go.
I got a question for you.
From me?
Will it filter out Ford vehicles? Now, this is a funny story. This is a funny. we were in the park today, and like I said, we were doing a club activation, and Tristan was using his 7300, and now mind you, Tristan just got this 7300, and he was just trying it out. He has a DX10 at home because he's smart like that. But anyway, this vehicle starts coming up the road, and I don't know what was wrong with it or not, but literally we started watching his radio, and it was jumping like crazy all the way. And the closer it got, the louder it got, and then when it passed and got up the road, it stopped. It was throwing out some kind of.
It's the spark. It's the spark plugs. He's probably got a bum capacitor filter on his ignition coils.
And that's what Tristan said it was too. Was the I got like some kind of bad issue in the spark plug wire issues. But yeah, it was crazy because we were watching it. I was like, we need a Ford bandpass filter.
It will help because basically his car was a spark transmitter. That's what it is, and depending on the frequency that Ford is working on, it should help. But usually it throws out RF on the whole spectrum, so it would help, but not that much.
Do you have a link to? Do you have a link to that filter?
I got it right here.
Can you send it? Yeah.
You got it, Pat?
Yeah, I got it. There you go. Yeah.
Pat can put it in.
No, I can't put it in the chat. I'm not the host.
Why can't you? You're a moderator.
I just saw it come up.
No, but it won't let me in StreamYard. That's what I was saying.
Oh, because you're in StreamYard. Okay.
Yeah. It's a 8-band automatic bandpass filter.
Hold on, I'll get it. If Pat put it in the chat.
Now everybody's gonna buy one, and then when I go to buy one, it's out of stock.
Yeah, right.
They're expensive, and it's one of those things. It's usually there are a couple of things in ham radio that I call the condom shotgun. It's better to have and not need than need and not have.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I typically do not need them because I'm always out in the field alone.
Yeah,
but
this is perfect for field day. Yeah,
field day and stuff like that. I really like the club activation today. Only one of us could run at a time.
Yeah. And if you had this, you could.
Yeah.
Now, there is a cheap solution, and that's called stub filters. If you Google stub filters, you can build. You get an SO239 to PLT, and you hook it up to the back of your radio, and it goes out your radio to your antenna, and then the other end, you measure. I think it's a quarter wavelength of the band you're working, and if it's either shorted or open, it will either reject or accept the frequency. And you can if you look up stub tuner, they're actually on like ARRL books and on the internet. You'll find the right lengths to these, and they're cheap, but you have to use RG213, and you can build your own stub tuners. And a lot of contest stations, a lot of the big gun contest stations will have bandpass filters and stub tuners, because that's a two-layer filtering right there. And the stub tuners, depending on how you build them, they can be two band. They can let through like 20 meters and reject 40. Or if you open them, it'll do the other way around, because 40 meters is pretty much, uh, half wavelength of 20 meters. Or no, 20 meters half length, half wave. Either way, look up stub tuners. It's a cheaper way to do the filters, not as efficient. But like I said, big gun contest stations will run both stub tuners and bandpass filters, because then you have two things. Because the thing is, because it's an open-ended piece of coax, it will resonate with your antenna and only let that frequency come in. Don't ask me the math. Come on, guys. But it works. They're called stub tuners. The more you know.
Sounds good to me.
And some, like if you have what is it? The antenna analyzer. What's the name of that? I have one. What is that very famous one?
Rig expert.
Rig Expert on his menu has stub tuner tuning, that you can put the band in and it'll tune your stub tuner to the frequency you're working.
Nice.
That's when I found out about them. I'm like, what's stubs? And I learned, I Googled and I started reading up on them. And there are a couple of great articles online about them. But it's one of those things, not a whole lot of people need them, so not a lot of people know about them. It's one of those things. It's like I said, when you need them, you need them.
I think Red Summit's asking if you can do it on VNA as well.
Not sure. You could probably do it if you put like a 50 ohm resistance on the end of it. Could you like tune it to? You could probably. I'd have to look into it. But I think you can. I mean, it's like when you're tuning in a half wave. If you want to check if your Balum is correct, like this one. This is a 1-to-1 Balum, right?
Yeah.
If you put your VNA on it on one side and you put a 50 ohm resistance on the other end, it should perfectly give you 1-to-1, 1-to-nothing SWR, right? If it was a 4-to-1 and you put a 200 ohm resistance on the other end, it should come out 1 SWR. That's how you can check what kind of transformer you got. Even the NFED half wire, you can check if it's correct, because it's what is it, a 49-to-1? So just do the math. 49 times 50, 450? No. What? No. What? Math is not my forte. But if you put it on the end, you should check it on your VNA. Hey, guys, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of it is useless.
Well, that's not useless.
But you can use a
I'm
VNA
gonna-
on it.
I'm gonna teach you new knowledge tonight, Mike. Okay, because you're not running you got a YouTube, but you're not running it yet. YouTubers never math on film because we always mess up. That is the unspoken rule. No math. Don't math on film.
And no welding, right?
I don't
Well,
know. Welding could be interesting.
Because there's always somebody, you did that weld wrong. So it's because I follow a lot of YouTubers that do welding and stuff, A-bomb and stuff like that. More FT8. Wait, guys, I gotta. Oh, 2 new parts.
I'll tell you, like after our club activation today. We were having some pizza and stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna FT8 while I'm eating. So I started FT8, and FT8 was banging in for me today.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm calling CQ POTA, so that helps. But
No, what was it? Bill was like, "Guess who's doing FT8?" This guy on the POTA website. I was like, "Well, that's a first. He doesn't do FT8 very often."
He's learning to do FT8 because his dad wants to do FT8, and he has to teach his dad.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Don't look for a lot of K4 NYM FT8 activations.
It's a little dusty. It's a little dusty. That means I haven't been using my tools. Let's see what I got here. All right, so.
Here we go.
And if it doesn't turn on, oh, there he goes. It's turning on. And there's, I think in the tools, there you go, right there, stub tuner.
Like I can't see that very well. I think you need to send me that rig expert so I can look at it better.
It's an heirloom.
I have.
But
I'll send you back a nano VNA while I'm reading it.
Cool, Admiral.
I got one of those. And see, 3D printed a case for it. And I have it in my little box of tricks where I have every cable, every adapter I might need. And then I have one of these where I rarely use. This is LC. Oh God, what is it? LC. It reads coils and capacitors. And then I got all the knickknacks I need for it in the box in the case. This is usually when I go on activations, I take this with me because But that VNA will work in a pinch to tune an antenna for sure. This is just prettier, and this
yeah.
this thing.
I've used a nano VNA.
Yeah, for sure. I started with a nano VNA, and then I upgraded to this. This was it was an SK from a friend of mine that passed away, and I took it. I bought it off but this thing, I love it because you can actually put it at the bottom and use your 2-meter radio, and it'll beep at you the SWR, and then you can be tuning the antenna at the far end and on your 2-meter radio, and you can hear if you're getting closer to the match of your antenna. So it's got a lot of features. I did get contacted by Rig Expert. They wanted me to do a poll on and answer a couple of questions about Rig Expert in Portugal and so forth. And they said that they might send me one of these to test out, and they never did. I need to get back to them and see, because I even offered to translate their manuals into Portuguese. But now you know that, with everything that's happening out there, something tells me that's not going to happen until very soon. Because guess what?
Yep.
Made in Ukraine. So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. This might be...
Shout out to Kilo Echo 4 Golf Oscar India for the 3 slices of pizza.
Awesome.
Oh, but all right. Well, we have about 5 minutes, so we need to start wrapping this up so people can jump over on and watch Red's stream. So we'll start with Pat since he's down there at the bottom. What are you coming up, bud?
Like I said, Atnos every day. And then we'll see how this little trip plays out. Hopefully it works.
Dude, I'm pulling for you for sure. I'm not 100% sure of my support your parks weekend plans now because James's camper, the bank hasn't got everything squared away yet, so that's not happening. So,
Yeah.
but I'll talk about that in just a second. Mike, what you got coming up?
Just hunting. That's it. Because I have the week off. Guess I'm gonna be doing a lot of hunting. That's it.
A lot of hunting.
Maybe
Dude,
build
I'll tell you what,
a mega huge end fed.
Finally show us how to make that.
you need to and make sure that it works on 40.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Definitely for sure.
Yeah. All right. Myself, obviously, I'm gonna fix my PayPal link for the tip jar. But other than that, this Wednesday, we'll be talking about the Support Your Parks weekend, and it'll be the very special the adventure program people that donated all the first quarter that got into the top 10. We will be doing our giveaway, and I've changed. I ain't even supposed to let this out, but I'm gonna let it out. There's not just one prize anymore. There's going to be several prizes. I purchased one of them today. I have another one lined up, and there's going to be several prizes. We'll just say given out this Wednesday. So make sure and stay tuned for that. Other than that, I do have a video coming out tomorrow night, and it will be on the Oreo cookie.
The Oreo.
I got the activation that I did on that, so that'll be coming out tomorrow night. And other than that, I'll be in a park every day, probably 2, 3, 4 of them.
Nice.
All right, guys. I appreciate everybody stopping by. And next week, the show will be on Pat's channel. I probably will not be there because it will be Support Your Parks weekend. But we'll see. You never know about me. You never know when I'm going to pop in on something. Other than that, 73, everybody.
7-3.
7-3, guys.